If you pick the wrong way to train from the start, you can waste months and still feel like nothing is really changing. That's the frustrating part. You're putting in effort, showing up, trying to stay disciplined, but the results just don't match the work. On one side, you've got calisthenics. No gym, no machines, no fancy setup, just your body and gravity. It feels simple, raw, and honestly, pretty cool. On the other side, you've got the gym. Weights, machines, cables, benches, mirrors, loud music, people all around you. It feels more structured, more serious, maybe even more effective. But it also costs more, takes more time, and for some people, it's harder to stick with. So the real question is not, which one is better, calisthenics or the gym? That's too basic. The better question is, which one actually fits you? Your body, your goals, your budget, your current fitness level, and just as important, what you can realistically stay consistent with. Because if you choose the wrong one, progress feels slow, motivation drops. You start second guessing yourself. And after a while, you stop thinking the program is wrong. You start thinking maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're just not built for training. That's the mistake a lot of people make. And it's exactly why this decision matters more than most people think. Calisthenics is training with your own body weight. That's it. You push, you pull, you squat, you hold yourself up, you learn how to control your body through moves like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, dips, and planks. At first it looks simple, but once you get deeper into it, you realize it is not just about doing reps, it is about control, balance, core strength, body awareness. That is what makes calisthenics feel different. You are not just moving weight from point A to point B. You are learning how to move your whole body as one strong piece. Your arms, shoulders, chest, back, legs, and core all have to work together. And when you get better, that is when the fun stuff starts showing up. Muscle ups, front levers, planche work, moves that make people stop and look twice. The gym is a different world. There, you use dumbbells, barbells, cables, benches, and machines. You can train one muscle at a time. You can make things very specific. Want to hit your chest? There are machines for that. Want bigger shoulders? There are exercises for that. Want stronger legs? You can load up a bar and track every pound. That is the big advantage of the gym. It is clear, it is measurable. Today you lift this weight. Next week you add a little more. You can see the numbers go up. Both can make you stronger. Both can build muscle. Both can change the way your body looks. But they do not build the exact same kind of body. And they do not feel the same. Calisthenics teaches you how to control your body. The gym teaches you how to build it piece by piece. Neither one is magic. And neither one is perfect for everyone. The right choice depends on what you want, where you are starting from, and what kind of training you can actually stick with. When it comes to money, calisthenics wins pretty fast. You do not need a gym membership. You do not need machines. You do not need dumbbells. You do not need a fancy setup. You just need your body, some space, and enough discipline to start. You can train in your bedroom. You can train in your living room. You can go to a park, use a pull-up bar, or just do basic moves on the floor. Gravity does not charge you every month. And honestly, that is one of the best things about calisthenics. There is no big entry fee, no contract, no pressure to buy anything before you begin. Sure, later on, you can add some extra tools. A pull-up bar helps. Resistance bands help. Rings can make things more interesting. But those are extras. They are not required on day one. The basic version is free. The gym is different. Even a cheaper gym still costs money every month. A nicer gym costs more. And if you want a gym with saunas, classes, better machines, and all the extras, that price can climb quickly. And building a home gym is not cheap either. Once you start buying a barbell, plates, a bench, a rack, and dumbbells, the cost adds up fast. That does not mean the gym is a bad investment. For many people, it is worth it. If you use it, it can be one of the best things you spend money on. But if your budget is tight, or you are not sure you will stay consistent yet, calisthenics is a much easier way to start. You do not have to wait until you can afford the perfect setup. You can start today. No membership, no machine, no excuse. From the outside, calisthenics looks easy. It is just push-ups, squats, pull-ups, dips, right? But then you actually try it, and suddenly 5 clean push-ups feel way harder than they looked. Your arms shake, your chest barely gets close to the floor, your form falls apart fast, and pull-ups? That is where a lot of beginners get humbled. Some people cannot do one. Not because they are lazy, not because they are hopeless. It is just a hard movement. For many people, that first real pull-up can take weeks, sometimes months. That is the part most people do not expect. With calisthenics, there is no easy starter weight. Your body is the weight from day one. If you weigh 130 pounds, you are working with 130 pounds. If you weigh 200 pounds, that movement instantly becomes much harder. Your body does not care that you are new. Gravity does not give you a beginner discount, and that is why so many people quit early. They think they are weak, but really, the starting point was just too hard. The gym makes this easier. You can grab light dumbbells. You can use a machine. You can pick a weight that actually matches where you are right now, not where you wish you were. That matters. A beginner can sit on a lat pull-down machine, choose a light weight, and start building the strength needed for a pull-up. They can use machines that guide the movement. They can train without feeling like every rep is a battle for survival. That is why, for a total beginner, the gym is often the easier way in. It gives you smaller steps, clear progress, faster wins. And those small wins matter more than people think. Because when you feel progress, you come back. And when you come back, your body finally starts to change. Calisthenics builds a different kind of strength. It is not just about making one muscle stronger. It is about controlling your whole body. When you do push-ups, pull-ups, dips, planks, or harder skills, everything has to work together. Your arms are working. Your shoulders are working. Your back, chest, core, legs, balance, and coordination all have to show up at the same time. That is why calisthenics feels so different. You are not just lifting something. You are learning how to move your body as one strong unit. And when someone gets really good at it, you can see it. Their body usually looks lean, tight, athletic, and controlled. They move differently. They do not just look strong in one position. They look strong while moving. The gym builds strength in another way. It lets you focus on one area and make it stronger, step by step. Want stronger legs? You can squat, leg press, or do Romanian deadlifts. Want bigger shoulders? You can press overhead or do lateral raises. Want a thicker back? You can do rows, lat pull-downs, and deadlifts. That is the power of the gym. It gives you tools. And those tools let you hit certain muscles with more control. This is especially true for legs. Bodyweight leg training can be tough. Pistol squats are impressive, no doubt. But if your goal is serious leg strength, heavy weights are hard to beat. A barbell loaded with real weight creates a kind of pressure your body weight alone usually cannot match. So this is the simple way to look at it. Calisthenics is great for body control, balance, coordination, and athletic strength. The gym is better for building raw strength in specific muscles, especially when you want to keep adding more weight over time. Both are real strength. They just build it in different ways. If your main goal is to build as much muscle as possible, the gym usually makes that easier. Not because calisthenics cannot build muscle. It can. A lot of people have built strong, impressive bodies with just bodyweight training. But the gym gives you more control. You can choose the exact muscle you want to work. You can choose the angle. You can choose the weight. And you can slowly add more over time. Want a bigger chest? You have presses, machines, cables, and different angles to hit it. Want your arms to stand out more? You have curls, triceps work, cables, dumbbells, and machines. Want wider shoulders? You can train your side delts directly. Want stronger glutes, hamstrings, and quads, the gym gives you squats, leg press, Romanian deadlifts, lunges, and machines that target those areas clearly. That is the big advantage. The gym lets you build your body piece by piece. With calisthenics, you can still get lean, strong, and athletic, no question. But some muscles are harder to grow evenly, especially when you need steady resistance and small jumps in difficulty. You may get very good at moving your body, but it can be harder to add just a little more pressure to one specific muscle. So, the difference is simple. Calisthenics often builds a lean, controlled, athletic look. The gym is usually better if you want more size, more shape, and more balance between each muscle group. If you want to master your body, calisthenics is powerful. If you want to build your body like a project, with each part getting stronger and more defined, the gym gives you more tools. In the gym, progress is easy to see. That is one of the best parts. This week, you bench 90 pounds. Next week, maybe you try 95. Today, you get 10 reps. Next time, you aim for 11 or 12. The numbers are right there. You can write them down. You can look back. You can see that you are getting stronger. And honestly, that matters. Small progress keeps people going. When you see the weight move up, even a little, it gives you a reason to come back. That is why the gym works so well for a lot of beginners. The wins are clear. Calisthenics is different. You cannot always add a tiny bit of weight every week. Unless you use a weight vest or extra equipment, progress usually means moving to a harder version of the same exercise. Regular push-ups become archer push-ups, then maybe one-arm push-ups. Pull-ups become chest-to-bar pull-ups, then muscle-ups. That sounds cool, and it is, but the jumps can be big. Sometimes you feel stuck for weeks, maybe even months, and that can mess with your head. You may actually be getting stronger, but it does not always show in a clean number. That is why calisthenics can feel slower, even when it is working. So, here is the honest way to look at it. Third, if you like clear numbers, small steps, and progress you can measure every week, the gym is easier to track. If you enjoy skill work, patience, and chasing harder movements, calisthenics can be incredibly rewarding. One gives you numbers. The other gives you milestones. Both can push you forward. You just have to know which one keeps you motivated. A lot of people ask, which one is better for fat loss, calisthenics, or the gym? But honestly, that is not the best question. Because if fat loss is your main goal, neither one will save you by itself. You can do push-ups every morning and still not lose weight if you are eating too much. You can go to the gym 5 days a week and still not look lean if your diet is all over the place. That is the part nobody likes to hear. Training helps. Of course it does. It helps you build muscle. It helps you keep the muscle you already have. It makes you stronger. It burns some extra calories. It gives your body a better shape as the fat starts coming off. But fat loss still comes down to what you can control every day. Your food, your portions, your consistency, and for a lot of people, some cardio helps too. Now, if you are overweight and just getting started, calisthenics can feel brutal. A push-up is not just a push-up anymore. It is your whole body fighting gravity. Pull-ups may feel impossible. Dips may feel way too heavy. Even basic movements can feel discouraging at first. That does not mean you are weak. It means the starting point is hard. This is where the gym can be a better entry point. You can start lighter. You can use machines. You can choose a weight that matches your level. You can walk on a treadmill, ride a bike, or use an elliptical without beating up your joints too much. That makes the process feel less punishing. So if you are new and your main goal is to lose weight, the gym may give you an easier first step. But the real answer is still the same. Pick the one you can stick with, because the workout that works is the one you actually keep doing. Most people do not think about this enough. Where you train can make or break your consistency. Calisthenics gives you freedom. You can train at home, at a park, in your backyard, on the beach, even in a small bedroom if you have enough space to move. No commute, no waiting for machines, no monthly payment, no one watching you. That freedom can feel amazing, but it also has a downside. Everything depends on you. There is no gym music pushing you, no people around you training hard, no feeling of, I am here now, so I might as well work. And if the weather is bad, it gets even easier to skip. Too hot, too cold, raining, snowing, windy. Or maybe you just had a long day at work and the couch looks way better than the floor. That is real life. The gym gives you a different kind of push. Once you walk in, the environment does half the work. The lights are on, the music is playing, people are lifting, machines are moving. You feel like you are part of something. Even if you do not talk to anyone, there is energy in the room. That can help a lot. But the gym has its own problem too. You have to get there. And some days, that drive is enough to stop you before you even start. So, do not just choose what sounds cooler. Choose the place where you are most likely to show up. Because showing up matters more than having the perfect plan. One big myth is that the gym is dangerous and calisthenics is always safer. That is not really true. Both can be safe if you train the right way. And both can hurt you if you train like your ego is in charge. Bad form is the problem. Trying to do too much too soon is the problem. Copying advanced moves before your body is ready is the problem. A messy program is the problem. It is not just the weights, and it is not just the bodyweight moves. You can get hurt doing a heavy squat with terrible form, but you can also hurt your shoulders forcing dips, muscle-ups, or handstand work before you are ready. So the real rule is simple. Move well, start where you are, add difficulty slowly, and stop the set when your form starts falling apart. That one rule can save you a lot of pain. So, which one should you choose? If you want something free, flexible, and built around body control, calisthenics is a great choice. If you want an easier starting point, clearer progress, and more tools to build muscle, the gym makes a lot of sense. But honestly, the best answer for many people is both. Use the gym to build strength and muscle. Use calisthenics to control your body better. You do not have to pick a team forever. You just need a method that fits your life well enough that you keep showing up. Because the best workout is not the one that sounds the coolest. It is not the one people argue about online. It is the one you can repeat long enough for your body to finally change. And that is what Hidden Health Science wants you to remember. Consistency beats hype every time.